Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is situated in the Kanto region on the main island of Honshu. Tokyo's greater metropolitan area has a population of over 35 million, making it one of the largest and most exciting megacities on the planet. Rocked by earthquakes and scorched by war, this centuries-old city has refused to kneel. Just like the sun, Tokyo has continued to rise, blending the old with the new, and the new with tomorrow. Tokyo is a spectacular matrix of villages, towns, and cities, strung together by a subway and train system that never rests. Just like the Japanese pop culture monster Godzilla, Tokyo's size and energy can intimidate first-time visitors. Yet despite the neon, noise, and sheer volume of people, Tokyo's soul beats with a heart of Zen. Tradition, ritual, and respect are the hallmarks of Japanese society. This is a place that cherishes its children, reveres its elderly, and treats visitors like honored guests. Tokyo is a city of multiple personalities. Whenever you pop up from the subway, it can feel as if you've arrived in an entirely different city. Yet Tokyo is an incredibly well-ordered society. Everything has its place and purpose, and this is especially true of its neighborhoods. Begin your Tokyo journey gently in the ancient temple town of Asekusa. At the city's oldest temple, Sensoji, pay your respects to Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy. The temple was built to house a golden statue of the goddess, pulled from the nearby river by two fishermen in the 7th century. Make an offering at the neighboring shrine built to honor the brothers who found the statue, and you too might receive some heavenly good fortune. When you're ready to brave the streets of Tokyo, head to Asekusa's Thunder Gate and explore Nakamise Dori, a market street where worshippers have been buying religious charms and snacks for centuries. After the crowds, recenter yourself in Ueno Park before delving into the cultural treasures of the Tokyo National Museum. While conformity and tradition are two of the glues that bind Japanese society, Tokyo's youth love to express themselves too. And nowhere is more evident than the suburb of Harajuku. Renowned throughout the world as a center of youth culture and fashion, Harajuku is also home to one of Tokyo's largest green spaces, Yoyogi Park. On Sundays, locals gather to relax, rehearse, and just hang out, making it the happiest 134 acres in Tokyo. Just to the north of Yoyogi Park, pass beneath a towering Torii Gate and into a forest of 100,000 trees, originally sent here as saplings from all over Japan. And finally, pass through the main gates to Meiji Shrine. Here, millions come each year to pay their respects to Emperor Meiji, the beloved 19th century ruler who helped Japan throw off its feudal cloak and grow into the dynamic country it is today. Just south of Yoyogi Park is Shibuya, home to one of the busiest pedestrian crossings in the world. Every area of Tokyo dances to its own distinctive beat. In Shibuya, the beat is shopping. In nearby Ginza, huge department stores like the historic Wako store await. On Saturday and Sunday afternoons, the main street is closed to traffic, giving Ginza a relaxed and slightly surreal atmosphere. Ginza has a grittier side too. Be sure to check out the tiny yakitori joints and beer halls tucked away beneath the railway arches around Yurakucho Station. For a change of pace, explore the downtown business district of Marunouchi, whose wide tree-lined avenues and boutique stores lend Tokyo a certain New York touch. If you're into anime, manga or gaming, you'll feel right at home in Akihabara Electric Town. As its name suggests, this area really lights up after dark. As the sky glows in a blaze of neon, head to the restaurants and pubs in Shinjuku, one of the city's main dining and entertainment areas. Stay up late and let the magical lights of Tokyo's nights melt into your memory forever. After exploring Tokyo's neon forests, greet the new day at the Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden. Tokyo's youth may take center stage at Yoyogi Park, but at the quiet gardens, it is Mother Nature's beauty that is honored. The Japanese have a saying, dumplings are better than flowers. So, no matter how much nature is revered, food comes first. Tokyo is one of the culinary capitals of the world. The city's restaurants have been awarded more Michelin stars than any other city. And when food's this good, Tokyo residents don't mind waiting. For the freshest sushi and sashimi, head to the Tsukiji fish markets. Then after your meal, pick up some sushi knives to take home. When it's time to rise above Tokyo's never-ending canyons of glass and steel, ride the elevator to the observatories of Tokyo Tower. For even higher views, head to Roppongi Hills. From the 52nd floor of the Mori Tower, Tokyo spreads out beneath you all the way to Mount Fuji, Tokyo Bay, and beyond. Set on the western banks of Tokyo Bay, the city of Yokohama is only a half-hour train ride from central Tokyo. This historic port became the first gateway to Japan when the country opened itself to the West in 1854. Compared to hyperactive Tokyo, life moves a little slower here, making it the perfect place to catch your breath. Today, Narita is the gateway to Japan. When most people think of Narita, they think of the international airport. However, this small city of winding streets, ancient temples and gardens is a fascinating window into old Japan. Follow the Omotesando to the Narita-san Temple, dedicated to the Buddhist god of fire. And before you depart, be sure to leave a wish on the prayer wall. Because whether you're young at heart or prefer things the old-fashioned way, everything has its place in Tokyo. And there's a place here waiting for you.
The thriving city of Nagasaki is cradled in the lush western mountains of Japan's Kyushu Island. An 8-hour bullet train from Tokyo, this charmingly diverse city lies on the edge of a scenic channel of the Sumo Nada Sea. In a nation isolated from the outside world for generations, Nagasaki was a gateway through which knowledge and resources flowed to and from the rest of the globe. This historic harbor city is now a dynamic fusion of Japanese sophistication, which coexists and harmonizes with elements of overseas cultures and faiths. To much of the world, the name Nagasaki is bound to one of the most devastating events in modern history. At 11:02 a.m. on August the 9th, 1945, World War II's second atomic bomb, Fat Man, was detonated over the city. Tens of thousands perished, and most of the northern valley was reduced to rubble and ash. At the Peace Park in the Urakami district, a dark pillar stands under the exact location of the bomb's detonation. Take in the surrounding art and statues and reflect on the horror of the blast and its aftermath. Take a short walk to the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum, founded in remembrance to all those who perished. Just across the road from the museum is the Memorial Hall. Meditate in the solemn glass house and leave a message of peace before you continue on your journey. Discover a serene refuge from Nagasaki's often confronting history at the San-no Shrine. These 500-year-old camphor trees were a surprising survivor of the blast and stood strong when nuclear winds flattened this part of the city. Today, they remain a symbol of Nagasaki's resilience. Despite all odds, greenery sprang forth within a few months of the detonation, giving hope to those who were spared. The city's surviving residents put aside old quarrels and banded together, irrespective of cultural and religious differences. Historical monuments were painstakingly rebuilt, and brick by brick, season by season, the Nagasaki way of life was restored. Today, Nagasaki invites visitors to look beyond its atomic story. This is a city whose earliest chapters are filled with riches and whose future pages are written with the ink of inspiration and hope. Travel to the harbor, the historic gateway which has brought travelers and trade to the nation's shores for over 400 years. While away an afternoon in Nagasaki Seaside Park and watch as ships cruise in and out of the channel. This is a place of relaxation and recreation, where locals unwind and enjoy their beautiful city. Take a tour from the harbor to Hashima Island, an eerie landmass which was once home to miners and their families. The island was deserted almost overnight in the mid-1970s when coal reserves ran dry. Explore the crumbling buildings. Listen to the echoes of those that called this island home, and dredge up whispers of the hardships which once occurred beneath the rocky surface. Back on the mainland, savor steaming fusions of Japanese and Chinese cuisine in the Shinchi Chinatown district. After filling your belly, fill your shopping bags in the Hamamachi Arcade. This warren of wellness, fashion, and sweet shops is a favorite of Nagasaki and the perfect place to immerse yourself in the city's modern culture. Ride the trade winds north to the Nagasaki Museum of History and Culture. Discover the fascinating story of how new faiths and peoples boosted the city's economy and helped Nagasaki become the multicultural beacon that it is today. Refresh your mind and spirit amidst the tranquil gardens of Sofuku-ji. This hillside Zen temple was built by Chinese merchants who settled at the port in the 17th century. Faith is the lifeblood of Nagasaki. For centuries, conflict reigned between followers of different beliefs. But since the city's total obliteration, its people have united in a single prayer that transcends religion, a prayer for peace. To the northeast, a relic of traditional Shinto times lies at the base of the leafy Mount Tamazono-san. The Suwa Shrine can be traced back 500 years and is believed to be the ancient dwelling place of 3 kami spirits, the sacred gods of the Shinto faith. As your journey reaches its peak, climb to one of the most epic vantage points in Japan, Mount Inasayama. This mountain's protective embrace helped shield much of Nagasaki from the devastating atomic winds, and today it continues to watch over the city. Gaze out in awe at the incredible beauty of a city reborn. Nagasaki has become a beacon of hope, stepping out from the shadows of one of history's darkest days and into a bright new future. Though great suffering is woven into the fabric of this city, its light of creativity, tolerance, and forgiveness is leading the rest of the world on a pathway to peace.
Osaka sits in Japan's Kansai region, on the southern coast of the island of Honshu. By bullet train, this metropolis is 2.5 hours west from Tokyo and just 15 minutes south from Kyoto. There's no better entree to the city they call Japan's kitchen than a visit to Osaka Castle, whose Tower Museum serves up the story of Osaka's past. When the castle was built in the 16th century, merchants settled around its protective walls and prospered. By the 18th century, Osaka was an industrial and trading powerhouse, known throughout the world as the Manchester of Asia. Today, Osaka is a city that continues to work hard, play harder, and eat like there's no tomorrow. Osakans love to say, "Hui daure," which means eat till you drop. So, when in Osaka, the best way to explore the city is to let your belly lead the way. Follow the twinkle of Michelin stars and gleaming glass to the Kita district, Osaka's northern downtown area. Here, under the futuristic shadow of the Umeda Sky Building, centuries of culinary tradition is honored and built upon by the city's finest chefs. Besides their legendary appetites, Osakans have had a long reputation as insatiable shoppers. At the Osaka Museum of Housing and Living, wrap yourself in a kimono and take a stroll along an Edo period shopping street to taste life from simpler times. Osaka's famous shopping streets have certainly grown since the 1600s. Just a few steps away is the 1.5-mile-long Tenjin-bashi Suji, home to over 600 stores. After hiking through Japan's longest shopping street, put your feet up and take an aqualiner cruise for a floating feast of some of Kita District's finest civic buildings, bridges, and parks. Once you're back on dry land, follow the sounds of steaming batter, sizzling octopus, and dancing bonito flakes to Minami, Osaka's southern downtown. Takoyaki is Osaka's #1 street food, and at Dotonbori, you'll find the best. Named after its neighboring canal, Dotonbori is a mind-bending riot of restaurants, food stalls, and bars. But it's after dark, when the mechanical crabs and neon signs light up, that the foodies really descend, in their thousands. Food is more than just a pleasurable pastime in Osaka. It's a divine obsession. Just across the canal in Hozenji Yokocho, partake in an age-old tradition with fellow diners and throw water upon the moss-covered statue of Fudo, the Buddhist god of fury. Then, follow the roar of blowtorches to Kuromon Market and feast upon mountains of barbecue crab leg, scallops, and sea urchins, and maybe pick up a few snacks for later. If you're a glutton for more shopping, the Minami district caters to every taste imaginable. You'll find a full buffet of designer brands along Mido-Suji Boulevard and in the city's most popular shopping street, Shinsaibashi Suji. For style that's closer to the edge, spend an afternoon in nearby Amerikamura, where you'll find Osaka's most adventurous streetwear and characters. Looking for Osaka's answer to Tokyo's Akihabara? Lose yourself in the anime, manga, and old-school collectibles of Denden Town. But for the ultimate in retro eye candy, take the 10-minute walk south to the bright lights of Shinsekai. Over the century, the fortunes of this entertainment district have flickered. But today, it's running on high voltage once again, luring lovers of Japanese kitsch and another of Osaka's guilty pleasures, deep-fried kushikatsu skewers. If all that food, shopping, and neon has left your synapses a little frayed, Osaka offers plenty of places to plug into a little zen. Pay your respects at the Namba Yasaka Shrine, where a lion's mouth awaits to devour any pesky spirits that might be bothering you. Once you're free of troublesome karma, stock up on positive vibes nearby at Imamiya Ebisu Shrine, home to Ebisu, one of the 7 gods of good fortune. For the ultimate soul food, follow the trail of incense east to Shiten-no-ji. Founded in the 6th century, the temple was built by Prince Shotoku, who introduced Buddhism to a strife-torn feudal Japan hungering for calm. Osaka offers plenty of green spaces to nourish the spirit too. Just a 10-minute walk from Shiten-no-ji, take in the mirror-like serenity of Kei Takoen Garden. Or spend an afternoon at Sumiyoshi's Park and Shrine and see how Osakans relax when they're not eating and shopping. Of course, for kids, the best kind of parks are amusement parks. And at Universal Studios Japan, you'll find one of Asia's best. The park's star attraction is the wizarding world of Harry Potter, where, for the millions who visit each year, the most magical stories ever written can at last be touched and tasted. It's no accident that the Hogwarts Express came to Osaka. From the city's tranquil gardens to its mechanical crabs, from its epic castle to its floating fish. This is a city where anything seems possible. Just like the city's favorite comfort food, okonomiyaki, which means cooked just how you like it, Osaka is a city to be feasted upon and shared over and over day after day until you drop.
ラグジュアリー、それは驚きの世界。心をときめかせ、新たな旅の始まりを告げる世界。両手を広げ、あなたを歓迎する世界。雪降る美しい大地から、暖かく穏やかな沖縄の海まで、あらゆる場所であらゆる贅沢を叶え、真の自分を再発見できる世界。その道を極めた職人と出会い、時を超え受け継がれていく伝統を知り、この国独自の自然に触れる細やかな心遣い、四季とともに生きるくつろぎの時間。その一つ一つがあなたに訴えかけるだろう。旅する意味とは、贅沢の価値とは、向かうべき未来とは。それはきっとあなたを連れて行く。あなたが今いる場所から、あなたがいるに値する場所へ。
The Japanese city of Sapporo lies on the banks of the Ishikari River on the island of Hokkaido. Just a short flight from Tokyo, this cool corner of Japan abounds with gifts that change with the seasons. Once home to the indigenous Ainu people, the bountiful island of Hokkaido has long lured settlers across the Tsugaru Strait from the main island of Honshu. Today, the prefecture's capital city is renowned for its thriving culinary scene, gorgeous green spaces, and magical yearly snow festival. A tasty way to get acquainted with the spirit of Sapporo is at the Sapporo Crab Market. Affectionately known as Hokkaido's Kitchen, this market is a cornucopia of crustaceans, as well as all manner of other seafood from the bountiful sea of Ohotsuku. Of course, Sapporo's unbelievably fresh seafood must always be paired with its legendary liquid gold. At the Sapporo Beer Museum, follow the journey of teenage renegade Seibei Nakagawa, who voyaged to Germany to study traditional brewing, and returned to found one of Japan's oldest and most beloved breweries in 1876. Top off your culinary introduction to Sapporo with an indulgent visit to Shiroi Koibito Park. At this whimsical chocolate wonderland, devour mountains of treats, learn how they're made, and even try your hand at creating your own. For a breath of fresh air after all that foodie goodness, climb aboard the Mount Moiwa ropeway and let the cable car lift you ever upwards towards the mountaintop. At the summit, feast on panoramic views of the sprawling metropolis, stretching out all the way to Ishikari Bay. And when dusk falls, be awed as the city is illuminated in a sea of twinkling lights. Make your way back to the heart of the city, where the lively entertainment district of Susukino awaits to welcome you with a neon carnival of restaurants, karaoke bars, and pachinko parlors. Noodle lovers will hit the jackpot here too. Susukino is home to Ganzo Ramen Yokocho, a narrow lane packed with specialty restaurants serving Sapporo's iconic miso ramen, the best way to end an epic day in this city. Green spaces are the elemental calm that punctuate Sapporo's bustling streets, and the result is a city of perfectly curated balance. While away a morning in Nakajima Park, among sweet-smelling Japanese red spruce and elm, rent a paddle boat and venture across Shobu Pond, take a nap in a shady grotto, or visit the historic Hoheikan building, where forward-thinking Emperor Meiji rested during his visit to the city in 1880. At the nearby Fushimi Inari Shrine, follow the tunnel of torii gates symbolizing the passage from the earthly realm into the sacred. When you reach the temple, leave an ema, a prayer or wish that the shrine's kami spirits are said to receive. Then, make the climb to Asahiyama Memorial Park for lush walking trails and even more sweeping views of the city. Or on the opposite side of the city, stretch out in Moe-Renuma Park, over 400 acres of grassy fields and open-air creations. After relaxing in the city's many generous green spaces, turn back the pages at the historical village of Hokkaido. Step into the region's frontier period, when migrants from Honshu put down roots on the harshest of Japan's islands. Then, journey through more of the prefecture's chapters at the Hokkaido Museum, which proudly showcases the island's history, nature, and culture. Once you've explored Sapporo's past, head for the city's modern, energetic heart, Odori Park. This mile-long urban park slices through Sapporo's skyscrapers, cutting the city into north and south. Spend a sunny afternoon soaking up the fresh air and buzzing atmosphere of this beloved public space. As the evening sets in, take the elevator to the top of the Sapporo TV Tower at Odori's eastern edge. Gaze out from the observation deck at the sprawling urban jungle and her treasured park, and watch as the sun sets over this city of gifts. Sapporo's gifts continue as the seasons change throughout the year. From November to February, the sky opens up and casts a spellbinding blanket of snow across the city. With the falling snow comes Hokkaido's most anticipated annual event, an event which draws over 2 million visitors and transforms the entire city into a real-life winter wonderland. The Sapporo Snow Festival. Join thousands of rosy-cheeked snow lovers in Odori Park, the festival's main site and birthplace. Every February since 1950, the park has become an inviting maze of snow statues, sizzling street food, and entertainment spaces. The festivities have since extended beyond Odori Park, and today the neighborhood of Susukino is also transformed. Stop by Ice World, where sculptures, slides and tunnels, all made entirely of ice, await. And when your hands become numb with cold, don't worry. You'll find plenty of vendors offering steaming pork buns and hot sake to help you thaw. Besides its famous beer, Sapporo's sake scene is also world-class. And in the wintertime, atsukan, or hot sake, is the city's favorite drink. Head to the Sake Museum to discover the intriguing history of Japan's national beverage and warm up a little more. The falling snow imparts magic upon not just the festival, but the entire city. Tour some of Sapporo's historic treasures, whose charms truly sparkle in the wintry weather. At the former Hokkaido government office, take in the striking contrast of the building's red bricks against the snow-powdered pines. Then, make your way to the city's clock tower, whose cheerful chimes have kept Sapporo running on time since 1881. For more snow festival thrills, catch a bus to Tsudome, a paradise for the young and young at heart. The futuristic dome buzzes with snowball battles, toboggan races, and snowman building competitions. Make tracks to the Olympic Museum, which celebrates the glorious 1972 Sapporo Winter Games. Then watch as death-defying skiers fly down the 440-foot ski jump. If you're itching to get out on the slopes yourself, Mount Moiwa is the place to go, with runs fit for rookies through to experienced powder hounds. Best of all are the views of the sprawling city, stretching out like a dream into the snowy abyss. Few places are as open-hearted as the city of Sapporo. Its summers overflow with lush green spaces, cultural celebrations, and culinary innovations. And in winter, despite the bitter cold, this city lights up with a communal warmth that shines across all of Hokkaido. Welcome to Sapporo, a city that keeps on giving, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, in sunshine and in snow.
あなたを迎える準備。それは今日だけでなく、何百年も前から始まっている。唯一無二の歴史ある世界遺産での宿泊。自然と調和されたプライベート空間。その地に身を委ね、くつろぎの時間に心を静める。四季を目で礼を尽くし、伝統を敬う。紡がれてきた和の心、その一つ一つが今日を過ごすあなたに訴えかけるだろう。豊かに生きるとは、自分との対話とは、未来への持続とは。 それはきっとあなたを連れて行く。あなたが今いる場所からあなたがいるに値する場所へ。この国の美味しさは分野を超えたプロフェッショナルたちのハーモニーから生まれる。生産者、職人、道具、器、音、光、空間、選び抜かれた旬の食材。受け継がれる熟練の技。目の前にいるただ一人に向けられた比類なきサービス。数々の本物は味わいだけでなく文化をまとい五感のすべてを魅了していく。日本の食と過ごす豊かな時間、その特別なひとときはあなたに訴えかけるだろう。究極の味とは、持続される食文化とは、食の未来とは。それはきっとあなたを連れて行く。あなたが今いる場所からあなたがいるに値する場所へ。
Hokkaido is the northernmost prefecture of Japan, which is well known for its world-famous ski resorts, volcanic hot springs, beautiful scenery, delicious seafood and fascinating indigenous culture. Hokkaido is accessible by flight from all major airports in Japan. Daily direct flights from Tokyo reach there in less than 2 hours. It's also possible to take bullet train from Tokyo. In this video, we are taking you to a nature wonderland, Hoshino Resorts Risner Tomom, located at the heart of Hokkaido. Blessed with rich natural resources and beauty, stay at Risner offers the visitors a great variety of special activities for both adults and kids that allows us to get engaged, enjoy and make the most of our holiday. Risner Tomom, located about 90 minutes from the New Chitose airport, is an all-suite hotel with only 4 suites on each floor, which is 100 square meters or larger with an observation jet bath and sauna. Hokkaido's vast terrain enables all kinds of outdoor fun at this highland resort. Different types of suite rooms are available here. Now, let's have a look at one of them. They offer suites for couples, family, as well as for group travelers. Each suite is furnished with a private sauna and jet bath with a view of the magnificent scenery.
Hi, I'm Mike Clark, your village chief here in beautiful Club in Hokkaido. Come and join us for an amazing summer experience at a beautiful resort with our friendly international geo team waiting for you. So what are you waiting for? Come and join us!
またね。再见。
ありがとう。
カジキ。
See you soon.
Kyoto lies in western Honshu, the main island of Japan. This city, regarded as one of Japan's most beautiful, wore the country's imperial robes for over 1,000 years, until Tokyo became the modern capital in 1868. Emerging from ultra-modern Kyoto Station, you may wonder, where are the centuries of culture and tradition the city is famous for? And as you look down upon the gridded streets from Kyoto Tower, you might even be forgiven for thinking you've arrived at the wrong city. Yet, the old Kyoto is all around you. And more often than not, it's right under your nose. From Kyoto Tower, head east and push through the curtains of the downtown's high-rise into the streets of Gion. It is here, in this historic entertainment quarter, that you'll begin to catch glimpses of one of Kyoto's most alluring traditions, the geisha. Refined, artistic and otherworldly, the geisha are the very embodiment of old Kyoto. Venture further east into narrow alleyways like Ishibe Kochi and feel the echoes of the past amid the rows of traditional Kyoto-style houses. It's in areas like these you'll find some of Kyoto's finest ryokan. These traditional inns originated in the Edo period and are the perfect places to lay your head and dream of days gone by. Just a rickshaw ride away are the traffic-free streets of Sanenzaka and Ninenzaka. Explore the traditional tea houses and crafts shops, then retrace the steps of generations of worshippers who made their way to and from the nearby hilltop temples. Kyoto is known as the city of 10,000 shrines, and it would take a lifetime to experience them all. Kyoto's residents place enormous importance in the seasons, and just like the seasons, every place of worship has its own colors, its own mood. There are places of spacious austerity, such as the Heian Shrine, dedicated to the first and the last of the city's emperors, and intimate places, such as the Shorenin Temple, where you are invited to sit and quietly contemplate the gardens outside. Visit temples dominated by stone, such as the Kiyomizo-dera, one of the most revered in Japan, and others crafted from ancient timbers, such as Tofukuji, loved for its covered bridges which span valleys filled with maple and spruce. Water is an integral and unifying element in all of Kyoto's places of worship. At Kodai Temple, let your thoughts drift across a raked gravel garden which represents the infinite ocean. For a water feature with a difference, visit Nanzenji and rest beneath the arches of a 19th century aqueduct which still supplies much of the city's water. But of all of Kyoto's temples, nothing quite compares to Fushimi Inari Taisha. Dedicated to the fox spirit Inari, this temple complex spans an entire mountainside. From the main shrine, climb the extraordinary 2.5-mile path lined with 10,000 torii gates. Along the way, there are thousands of smaller shrines where you can pay your respects or simply catch your breath before arriving at the summit to 2 hours later. It's not just within the streets and temples where you'll find old Kyoto. You'll find it in the palace grounds of Nijo Castle and in the fleeting cherry blossom season, which reminds us of the preciousness of time. It resides amid the whispering leaves and the ethereal light of the bamboo forest of Arashiyama, and in the zen-like calm of the city's resident monkeys. You'll find old Kyoto in the rising steam of communal dishes like shabu-shabu, in the gentle pad of the rickshaw puller's footsteps, and it can certainly be found as evening falls and the city lights up like a living lantern. Perhaps it's then, beneath the glow of the city's lights, you'll realize that there is no old Kyoto. Kyoto is timeless. It exists equally in the echoes of the past and in the ringtones of today. As the world rushes by on the river of time, Kyoto is but a series of perfect moments, each to be savored and enjoyed. Kyoto is Kyoto, here, now, and forever.
Hosting systematic. When the guests they open the door, is arrive at your apartment, arrive at your home.
お客様がいろんなね環境で頑張っていらっしゃると思うんですけれども、その大手町でこのフォーシーズンに来てくださることで1分1秒でも心とあと体とあと頭のそのリフレッシュ時間を楽しんでいただけるように精一杯お手伝いしたいなと。 お客様に感じてもらいたいのがやっぱ人との触れ合いだったりとかするんですね。見る観光だけではなくて人とつながるっていうことも楽しいんじゃないかなと思います。
For students to match here, Est and this environment on the 39th floor of course is unique. I still remember first time this dish when the chef bring me this plate, I was like, wow, amazing, I want to try it. So when I pick up the hirame, mikan, leek and twist with the sauce together, inside the mouth it was a kind of fireworks. Take a breath, okay Jonathan, now the adventure can start.
必ず全てのカクテルに何かしらのストーリーが物語があって、その物語を伝えるのがバーテンダーの役目かなとも思っているので、そういった物語ストーリーを交えつつお客様にいろいろとご提案して伝えられたらいいかなっていうふうに思ってます。お客様にとって帰ってこれる場所というか、何回来ても飽きない店作りを心がけてますし、ぜひ皆様お待ちしてます。
There are many reasons Japan has been hailed as one of the top 10 places to travel. Incredible history, stunning architecture, colorful cultures, ancient traditions, and exotic cuisine. And the best way to explore this fascinating island nation is with Princess Cruises. You'll also enjoy an enriching Japanese experience on board our Princess ships with special Japanese-infused programs that highlight the culture, cuisine, and colors of this amazing region. Princess offers a variety of round-trip itineraries that visit all the major islands of Japan, sailing round-trip from some of its most dynamic cities, like Tokyo and Kobe. Imagine circumnavigating the island of Hokkaido from Tokyo. En route, you'll visit the Shiratoko Peninsula, one of the richest ecosystems in the world, famed for its spectacular marine life, including an abundance of whales, porpoises, and dolphins. Sail into Maizuru on the island of Honshu. It's your gateway to spectacular Kyoto, rated the #1 city to visit in Asia. Explore the dazzling historic monuments of ancient Kyoto, including the gilded Golden Pavilion, set in the midst of a magnificent strolling Japanese garden. There are new discoveries to be made wherever you go, from the Shirakami Mountains in Aomori to the spectacular 13th century Shirijo Castle on the island of Okinawa. Enjoy the serenity of a Japanese onsen hot spring in Kagoshima. Marvel at the geothermal wonder known as the 8 Hells of Beppu, or attend a centuries-old festival to truly experience the traditions and pageantry of this exotic land. Princess offers award-winning shore excursions in every port, with English-speaking guides, so you can get the most out of your time ashore. Each tour is carefully selected to ensure great value. And when you purchase through Princess, there's no need to deal with exchange rates, and you'll be assured of your place on the tours you want most. Cruising with Princess is the most convenient way to explore Japan. You'll unpack only once and wake up each day to a captivating new port. On board, you'll be joined by many locals who call Japan home. Enjoy unique menu offerings, including traditional Japanese breakfast, a noodle bar, sticky rice, and other local fare. And be sure to visit Kai Sushi, serving up freshly prepared sushi, sashimi, and other seafood, or maybe attend a Japanese sake tasting. There's also Japanese entertainment, including rakugo storytelling shows, folkloric performances, and cultural events like the traditional sake barrel breaking ceremony, meant to ensure good fortune on a new undertaking. A perfect way to start a cruise. And exclusively on Diamond Princess, you'll delight in the world's largest open-air Japanese bath at sea. With both indoor and outdoor bathing areas, it evokes the serenity of a classic Japanese spa and offers spectacular ocean views. And while you're exploring distant lands, the familiar comforts of your Princess ship will never be far away. Each day, you'll find freshly prepared favorites like beef medallions and signature pastas on the menu, magic with movies under the stars, and everything else you've always loved about Princess. From mesmerizing modern cities boasting stunning skylines and world-class shopping, to ancient temples, serene gardens, majestic palaces, and awe-inspiring natural wonders, make Japan your next great bucket list adventure. Sail there with Princess, awarded Best Asia Itineraries by Porthole Magazine. And come back with new perspectives, new stories to share, and unbelievable memories that will last a lifetime.